Hey guys, and welcome back to another video with Brooklyn. How are you this marvelous Monday afternoon? It's November 7th, 2020. So anyway, we're going to jump right into the video. I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about Rudy Giuliani, okay? Trump's trusted attorney, his trusted sidekick, okay? If Trump is Batman, Giuliani is Robin, okay? They always together, they stuck together like glue. So I got 3 incidences here I want to talk about, okay? The first incident happened a couple of weeks ago when Giuliani was out, running his mouth, talking about the fraud that's going on and how, the Democrats had stolen the vote from his best friend Trump, okay? Now, Giuliani is on television representing America, okay? Because he wants to make America great again. He's with Trump. He's on Trump's side. So whoever is voting for Trump, they also don't mind Rudy being in the White House because he's going to go along with Trump. He's in the White House with Trump, okay? So he represents America as well, okay? So Rudy is on TV talking and he's, ranting and raving, doing what he do. And all along he has all this black dye, this brownish looking liquid seeping out of his head. Okay? Now he made a funny, they talked to him about it. He made a joke saying that it was brain leakage, okay? And that he used his cloth to tuck the brains back in. But this is who people are going along with on their team looking for fraudulent activity with a man who's on television, this supposedly upstanding attorney leaking foliage from his head. Now, I know a lot of people who dye their head, okay? I dye my hair. I put black rinse in my hair from time to time, to cover up a little bit of gray, and I spend not a lot of money for the dye. But I can get my hair wet in the rain. I can sweat. My dye is not running. So this man, with all this money that he's supposedly making, because he's Trump's lawyer, so he's a millionaire supposedly. You're in the bathroom using Just for Men. Evidently, you're in the bathroom using Just for Men. Because I know of other men personally who have used Just for Men and it runs. Okay, so all of this money that this man makes is a joke. You can't get your hair dyed professionally, and then you get on TV and then you make a joke that you're leaking brainage. You're leaking your brains. But this is who people are going along with, voting Donald Trump, wanting him back in the White House, and he's going to bring Rudy with him. This is who people want representing America. You got one man, Trump, who's tanning himself till he's like orange, like a Cheeto. And I know it's not easy being cheesy. I know Trump is having a hard time. It's not easy being cheesy, okay? But this man is orange, and then Rudy is losing all his dye, his black dye. They need to get their colors straight. It's ridiculous. It's just plain outright ridiculous. Then, a couple of weeks later after that, Rudy is in the courtroom again. This time he's farting. He's farting. What lawyer do you know goes into the courtroom and fart where everyone in the courtroom hears it? It's not a little peep. It's like a big fat fart. Twice in the courtroom, he keeps talking. Now, hopefully he had a diaper on or something, because normally when you do that, you shard your pants. When you go home, there's something in your pants, okay? This man reminds me of just a big, fat, sweaty man that belongs in the mob. He has on a suit. His tie is too short. His dress shoes are scuffed. He has no socks on. He's sitting behind a desk eating a stromboli and talking about who he's going to rub out. That's who he reminds me of. That's who Rudy Giuliani reminds me of. Just a great big old fat mobster that's sitting around eating pastrami sandwiches or rye bread. Pastrami on rye bread and cheesecake. That's what he reminds me of. Like he got his attorney's license from the grocery store in the meat department. He is a joke. He is a joke. This man is in the courtroom farting. But this is who people want to be in the White House with Trump. Because if Trump goes back into the White House, of course he's going to take his lawyer. This is who America, the Republicans, want representing us in the court of law. Someone who leaks, die, and farts in front of everybody and makes jokes about it. He thinks it's okay. Really? I mean, come on. Then now he's hospitalized with the coronavirus. So all these things leading up to the coronavirus, something had to be wrong with Giuliani to sit there, make a joke about the dye running, and then turn around and fart in a courtroom in front of judges and reporters and all these people twice. And they said they could hear it. Nobody wants anybody to know they're farting in their pants. Donald Trump is walking around acting like he has Alzheimer's. And Giuliani needs to wear a diaper. He should be in a nursing home somewhere doing all of this. And Trump should be laying right beside him. Y'all, come on, people. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny because this man, who can take Rudy serious? Who takes Trump serious? Excuse me. Who takes Trump serious? But now his lawyer, they are a joke. They are a joke. But people are still standing out here demonstrating and fighting for Trump to get in office. You're going to take these people with Trump. They're going back. And if Trump goes back, if they turn this over, just say, for instance, that they turn this election over into Trump's favor. This is the person that's going into the White House with Trump. This is his lawyer, his personal lawyer. He is going to be in the White House farting all over the place and leaking dye out of his head. Walking around with dress shoes on and no socks. Eating powdered donuts and pastrami sandwiches and putting hits out on people. That's just what he reminds me of, an old, fat, sweaty gangster. A mob person. That works in the sanitation department and that's where they hide the bodies. That's what he reminds me of. I'm telling you. This is such a joke. America has become such a joke. We are a joke to the other countries. We used to be the main country. Everyone wanted to come to America. Everyone respected America. We are a joke. Our leaders have turned this nation into foolery. Into foolery. We are the laughingstock of the world. Everyone is talking about America and how stupid America is. No one thinks America is great anymore. I just wanted to come on here and talk about Rudy. He's an attorney that is on television making speeches about falsifying votes. And you have this color running down the side of your face. And people are supposed to take you serious. You're representing the president of the United States with dye running all down the side of your face. Then you go to court to represent the president of the United States again for fraudulent activity that the Democrats supposedly participated in, and then you're farting in your pants. Farting is one step from pooping on yourself. So he's leaking dye, running dye down the side of his face, and then he could be running crack marks down his legs, down his pants legs. Because we don't know, he could have pooped on himself. Hopefully he had on a diaper. Because it could have ran down his leg. It's one step. When you pass gas, that's one step from going to the bathroom on yourself. So he's leaking out of his hair and he's leaking out of his butthole on national television. No one seems to think anything is wrong with that. This is who people are wanting on their side in the White House with Trump. Somebody might come on here and say something to me. Oh, girl, whatever. Shut up. You saying this. It's the truth. Would you want to go to court? Ask yourself that question. If you had to go to court for child support, a traffic ticket, murder, writing bad checks, would you want a lawyer to represent you who had dye running down the side of his face and crapping on himself in the courtroom and losing every case? Because he loses every case. He has not won a case yet concerning this fraudulent activity. He has not won one case. Would you want a lawyer like that? And you're an average person. You work every day, 9 to 5. Nowhere near being a millionaire. But you got yourself into some trouble. You want him to prove that you're innocent or whatever the case may be. Would you choose him with dye stains on the side of his face, crap in his pants? And now he got the COVID and he's in the hospital. The same man who was with the president of the United States telling people not to wear a face mask. Now he's in the hospital. And I'm not laughing because he got COVID. I'm not, because COVID is serious. I know somebody right now on a ventilator from COVID, okay? They are about to die. They're on COVID. So I'm not laughing about that. I'm laughing at he's a clown. He's a clown. He went from losing the color in his hair to basically crapping on himself to now nothing else. He can't do nothing else but just lay up in the hospital because now he got COVID after telling everyone they don't have to wear a mask. He's not wearing a mask. Following behind Orangey, Trump. But this is who people want, though. This is who people are wanting to represent the country, because you got to remember, he's Trump's personal lawyer. So when he represents Trump, he represents us. I'm just saying, it's just ridiculous to me. I just find it. Then Trump sitting up there talking about fake. He's orange. He's orange. Literally, he is orange. It's like he takes Cheeto powder and just, after he eats his Cheetos, he just rubs it all over his skin and get in the tanning booth and bake it into his skin. That's what he looks like, except around his eyes, just plain outright white, like 2 powdered donuts around his eyes, and everything else is orange. But, and if he was a good president, I would still talk about his tan, because it's ridiculous. He is a millionaire. Why is he orange? Why has nobody evened his skin tone out and made him look? It's just ridiculous. They look foolish. And yes, I'm talking about the way they look, because they are talking about every other race on this planet they have degraded. Okay? They have degraded. Trump has talked about people being dirty and trashy and bummy and living in rat-infested areas, and they won't allow certain people into the suburbs. They have talked about every other race. So yes, I'm talking about the way these two nuts look on television. You know how you get people who's always putting somebody down, but they haven't looked in the mirror? They talk about you, talk about how you shake, or whatever the case may be, but they have not looked in the mirror lately. That's those two. They're two big loudmouth bullies that have not stood in front of a full-length mirror and checked themselves out since they were probably 15. They get dressed in the dark. They get dressed in the dark. Trump's suit, he got probably 15,000 suits that's the same. And it looked like he get them off the rack. He's the president. But he talks so much junk about Biden. He's better than Biden. Biden is, he doesn't have any sense. Biden is, basically they act like Biden is slow and disabled and handicapped. Yes, he has age on him, but he's not sweating black. He's not orange. And he's not crapping himself. And he's competent. Trump is sitting around here acting like Biden is not competent. He's dumb. He's a Neanderthal. You know, they talking about this man. This man has not said nothing negative about any of them. He's going about his business. All of Trump's camp is trying to block this man. And this man has not said anything. He has kept himself together and showed nothing but class and respect. That's who you should want in office. If Trump was a good president and Rudy was a good lawyer, all credit goes to them. But they're not. They are bringing the world down. Now they want to stick you in your butt with a COVID-19 shot. Them shots probably going to kill more people than just the virus itself. I don't know. I just want to come on here and rant and rave a little bit about that. I've been thinking about this Rudy. All jokes aside, I hope that this man don't die, because no matter what team you on, you don't never wish bad on anyone. So I'm not wishing bad on him. You know, I just wish they would just get out the way and let Biden do his part now. Trump had his term. He did what he did, whether good or bad. Now let Biden have his day. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. It's over. They are bullying this man. They're bullying people. And it's just plain outright ridiculous. And they have not stepped back and looked at themselves. You can always point out somebody else's faults, but look at your fault. Get yourself together first. Make sure you in order before you start pointing your finger at other people. Make sure you got yourself together first.
Definitely, absolutely. Thank you. I'll see this gets back to you when we're done.
You know, that's all I'm going to say on this topic. I hope you all had a marvelous Monday. And with that being said, I'm going to say Vielen Dank. That's thank you very much in German. So Vielen Dank for watching me. And choose, that's what? That's bye in German. Y'all continue to have a marvelous Monday.